and welcome to our podcast every week now after 1 p.m. I'm Sarah.
And I'm AJ. Today we are talking about misinterpreted song lyrics. This is not about misheard song lyrics. We're going to do that in another episode because that's going to be fun. This is more about the meaning behind lyrics and how people tend to get them absolutely wrong.
Absolutely. Yeah. But before we get into that, please smash those buttons. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us, ring that bell so you get notified every time we drop a new episode.
I mentioned before in a previous episode that I am a musician. Music's always been a really big part of my life. From playing, learning to play piano by ear before I was even in kindergarten, to playing violin through elementary school. And then I got into rock music in fifth grade or so and started playing guitar and drums and bass and all sorts of other instruments. It's been a big, huge part of my life.
It really has been, and especially when we were young, it was huge in your life. I remember
Yeah,
I tried the viola a little bit, but I think
right,
you really being so into making music, and we talked about when you got your drum set, I probably started dancing at that point. It's
right,
really, yeah, it's really influenced my life in a way where I always have musicians in my circle. I
right.
just always do, like really big time. You've met a few of them
Oh,
too,
yeah.
too. Yeah,
In fact, one of them gave me a guitar.
yeah, I did. Yeah. Yeah.
So there's been many very popular songs with very deep meanings, and some are deeper than we even realize.
Hmm.
Often, however, the lyrics have been so misinterpreted because a lot of times they use metaphors that they really mean something that you take something out of it and you think it means something that it really doesn't. Um,
Hmm.
Lyrics are poetic or can be, and while I get that poetry is subjective, I like to kind of dive deeper into finding out what exactly the songwriter was trying to convey within those the actual meaning of the lyrics. And I find that interesting.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this should be fun. I'm excited to talk a bit about it. And it's been fun. It's been fun researching it and looking at it
Yeah,
too.
as
Yeah.
I read an article a while back with Sting, singer of the Police. He wrote a song called Every Breath You Take, and everybody considers it just a massive love song. And, the people are dancing at prom to it. And just, the words are every breath you take, every move you make, I'll be watching you.
Watching you. I'll be
Well,
watching you.
in the, it sounds like you're just madly in love with this person, right? But in
Mhm.
reality, Sting said that he laughs every time he hears about people using it as their wedding song or dancing to it at prom because he wrote that about his ex-wife after their divorce when she started to move on, and he was like, it was like his way of saying, no, you're mine and you always will be.
Oh man,
And
I'm so.
interestingly enough, and I just discovered this during researching this episode, Phil Collins in the air tonight, which is actually one of my brother-in-law's favorite songs.
Oh yeah.
It talks about watching a man drown and not helping him, and just watching him drown and dying, basically. And he's always loved the song. It's a great song. It's one of the probably thought of as one of the greatest songs of all time. But
Hmm.
that too was actually about Phil Collins' divorce
That
and
I
the
mean,
struggle
it
he
just
went through. He felt like he was drowning and he felt like he was outside of his body watching himself drown, and he couldn't do
drowning.
anything about it.
Yeah, man, that's horrible. Jeez. Um, songs are really like that though, I remember one of my favorite songs as a kid. It's by the Judds. And he was, I was standing soaking wet by the city bus stop, and there you go driving by like some Phantom Jet, and he's cheating on her. And
Hmm.
at the time, I knew every word. I mean, it was just, favorite songs like that. And then all of a sudden I
Yeah.
realized one day, this song's all about cheating. Like, it's
Right.
horrible. Like, be those divorces. I mean, but really that's what songwriters do is they pour out their feelings. They pour out, and artists do a lot, is just share
Exactly.
what's going on the inside. And when we're going through those horrid things, they do. They land on the paper.
And some of the greatest songs out there have a lot of metaphors and imagery that when you actually dive into the actual lyrics of things, it hits you in a different way than you're just listening or singing along to the radio.
Yeah.
And you start to think about, oh, that's what they meant there.
And
You
that's
know.
what was going on. Oh, okay.
So Born in the USA and Rockin' in the Free World,
Yeah.
two huge anthems, rock anthems
A real
that,
pro America, right?
yeah, totally pro America. I'm proud to be an American. I'm doing this. I'm doing my thing. Born in the USA is actually about the Vietnam War and what it was
Okay.
like to fight in the Vietnam War, lose friends,
Oh,
and come home unwelcome.
yeah. Wow. Wow, that's completely like way opposite of what
Exactly.
we take it as now, or
Yeah.
what, we were just like, oh yeah, we're so pro US. No, they were
Yeah,
not.
exactly.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was a hard reception that those soldiers came home to.
Oh yeah. And then Rockin'
A
in the Free
hard
World,
war.
it's a high energy anthem about freedom,
Mm,
but that's what it sounds like anyway, but it's more of a cynical narrative
mm-hmm.
that preaches freedom. Well, it really isn't. It's talking about these struggles to survive from day to day. Um,
Mm,
talks
yeah.
about homelessness,
Okay, yeah.
issues with drug abuse, urban decay. It's not saying I'm proud to be an American. It's saying what's wrong with my country.
America really sucks right now. Let's kind of open your eyes and look at it.
Exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
a friend of mine, a Canadian musician, actually did a cover of "Rockin' in the Free World" when they were doing the trucker protests
Oh,
at
okay.
the border of Canada.
Yes, yeah.
And he did a video for it and everything, and he ended up having to take it down because he didn't get approval from the
Oh,
original
okay.
author and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's been used as a protest song, and it makes sense that now that I know what it really means as to why it is used as a protest song.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, looking at the lyrics can really change things.
Oh yeah, definitely.
When you take it as a little bit of a whole. I mean, even children's songs can be
Hmm.
misinterpreted. Ring Around the Rosies, one of our Ring Around the Rosies, pocket full of posies, ashes, ashes. It actually is about like the plague and what the people were going through then. And like,
Yep, the different states.
um, yeah, 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 the bubonic plague, um, just really something. And I thought I've always heard too, like the posies, the flowers were to try and be protective for the people.
Actually, that was supposed to mean the pockets of pus that would form
Is
on the
that what
skin.
it was?
Yeah,
Hmm.
they
I wonder
used
where
they
I've heard it
used
different.
they used posies because they wanted to stick with the floral theme for the song.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was the pockets full of pus that people got on their skin when they had the plague. It was one of the stages.
Wow. Okay. I've always heard that differently, a
Yeah.
lot differently. Yeah. Yeah.
So there's a couple
Wow. Interesting.
songs that I'm actually really familiar with, and a couple of my favorite songs that I honestly always thought had more of a religious meaning to them, because one in particular uses a lot of religious imagery, and the other one actually has religion in the title. And those songs are Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen and Losing My Religion by R.E.M. So, Losing My Religion is actually a Southern term for losing your temper. And like the lyrics are, that's me in the corner, that's me in the spotlight, losing my religion, trying to keep up with you. Looking back and reading those lyrics, knowing what it means, I get it now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always thought that was just okay, he's losing his faith in God. But no, that has nothing to do with it. Um,
No, no. And from what
Leonard
I
Leonard
was
Cohen
reading
weaves
a
a lot.
little,
But
oh, I was gonna say, from what I was reading a little bit more too, it was like in a relationship struggle that he was having through it.
yes,
Yeah. So yeah, it was an interesting read.
yeah, Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah. It talks about David's struggle in his relationships and things like that, and it actually taking directly from biblical stories, but all of that is imagery.
Yeah,
And the song is actually about sex and desire.
yeah, you got him. The whole part where David steals another man's wife
Yeah.
in there, looking down and desiring another man's wife, and then he sends him off to war, like the imagery of it, and just thinking about, oh yeah. And it was really, I was just listening to his version, a live version from London, done in 2008 today, and
Hmm.
it sounds so like a hymn, like, I'm
It
just
does, and
beautiful,
the way
just
it's written and the way it's sung, it's a beautiful song.
really, yeah. Did you know there were originally 80 verses to that song?
I did not know that. No,
Yeah, 80 verses in
I
that
believe
song.
it. I believe it.
So I wonder if you go back and listen to the different live versions, how often he changes those versions, those verses. So
That would be interesting to actually like sit down and do. Yeah.
yeah, I was thinking about that after I read that. And I mean, there are just so many, like we've been talking about, sex and drugs songs out there. One
There
that I
are
want.
there are quite a few out there, but there's also a lot that you don't realize that think are about one thing and aren't.
Yeah, like Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds.
Yes.
Yes, we all think Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, released 1967. The Beatles were very well documented, known for using LSD and enjoying
Yeah.
that. It's got to be like, oh, they capitalized LSD. Well, yeah, they
Yeah,
did. That's
exactly.
actually grammatically correct. But
Right.
honestly, looking at it, it's,
We
the
want to
way you're
read more
supposed
into
to
it than
do it.
there's really there. Yeah.
No, John Lennon says his son, who was 3 at the time, had drawn this picture and it was of his little friend Lucy. And he titled this and he said, Dad, uh, this is Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. And that was the name of his little picture that he did of his
Right.
friend. And so it just inspired him. I mean, and John sat down and now we have Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. He was so struck with inspiration. Marmalade skies, the girl with the kaleidoscope eyes, you
Yeah.
know. It does sound really very psychedelic, though. I
It does.
mean,
Sounds like somebody just wrote a song about their acid trip.
the rocking horse people eating marshmallow pies and newspaper taxis waiting to take you away. I mean, come on. So psychedelic. But no, it's just, a little bit of Lewis Carroll. He wrote Alice in Wonderland
Right.
inspiration with this little, 3-year-old drawing.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Another one I ran across was "Pumped Up Kicks" by Foster the People. Um,
Mhm.
I know this song well because it's got a very bouncy tune. It seems like a happy little dance song. Could probably hear it in a lot of clubs and people dancing on the dance floor and stuff. But when you actually read the lyrics to it, it's actually about a school shooting.
Oh,
A kid steals his dad's gun, goes to school, and shoots up his school. And the chorus is like, all the other kids with their pumped up kicks better run, outrun my gun.
oh wow, yeah, it is.
Yeah, and
Oh
I
wow.
never actually listened to the lyrics until I was doing research for this, and then I'm like, wow, how did I miss this?
Yeah, I know this song, definitely. You better. Oh my goodness. Wow,
Yeah,
that's a huge one. And it's so interesting when that happens to me. I've had it a few different times where, oh, the sound of a song, the tempo and the beat and the bouncy rhythm, and it's
Right.
great to dance to. But if I listen to the words, I'm like,
Yeah, right.
it really changes everything, honestly.
Yeah.
It does. Wow. Wow, that's crazy.
Another one's Drops of Jupiter by Train. On the surface, it just sounds like losing a romantic relationship and the feelings
Mhm.
he had afterwards. But that one was actually written about his mother
Oh,
and
wow.
her struggles as she was dying of cancer.
Oh, oh,
Yeah,
I mean, relationships are deep, but when it's like your mom, your
right.
parent, like your tie, wow. And that's not just, oh, wow, that's a lot different.
Yeah,
Yeah, wow. And then there are other songs, kind of like Lucy and the Sky with Diamonds, that are just really interpreted as a metaphor, and they're not meant to be.
yeah,
They are just exactly what the song says. A Horse with No Name by America, Puff the Magic Dragon. Um, they're all thought about to be about drugs, but
yeah,
they're not. Yeah, no, they're not. The Horse with No Name is about a vehicle. It was to get to a more peaceful place.
right.
It was originally the title was The Desert Song, and had the
Right.
band known, they have said they would have stuck with the original one and not Horse. I don't
Yeah,
know. Maybe you don't know the nickname, but I think most people are really familiar with that's heroin
yeah,
reference. But they didn't really intend it to be that.
yeah.
They, just intended it to be something a little bit different. And Puff the Magic Dragon, it's just a children's poem.
I
You
remember reading
know?
about that a few years back and thinking, wow, this whole time I thought it was about smoking weed or doing psychedelics.
Yeah. No, yeah, yeah. And Mr. Tambourine Man, by Bob Dylan. That was literally about his tambourine player.
See, I always thought that was about his drug dealer.
Nope, really about his
Crazy.
tambourine player.
Crazy.
Yeah,
So I'm sure there's a lot more that we could probably sit here all day discussing misinterpreted songs that we haven't talked about already. If you guys have any that you've run across that were misinterpreted that you'd like to talk about, leave us a comment or send us an email every week after 1 p.m. at gmail.com. The link will be in our description here too. Um, so yeah, but we're gonna leave those for a future episode.
definitely. We want to hear from you. We want to know what you're thinking. Also, hey, follow us over on Facebook and Instagram. Be sure to check us out on Patreon. Remember, every week now, Thursday, 1:11 p.m. Eastern Time, a new episode will drop. And we are excited to talk with you. We'll talk with you again next week, where we're going to be discussing women's reproductive health, and just kind of some women's health issues in general. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
And every week now, after 1 p.m., Sahara and AJ bringing it again, chatting it up with a mission so clear, changing the world, spreading the cheers, the afternoon fun. Can you feel the sound?